Welcome to the
Brodies.
And we're back
At the Brodie.
a bunch of bros.
On the couches.
And the chair.
Oh!
You see that? Ooh, you see that?
Finally get to participate.
Okay, all right. Man, back in the day, B, I used to do the shit by myself and they called me out on it.
Word, he ain't include none of us. He was like,
It was a spur of the moment type thing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I got this new thing. I'm gonna hit them with that ooh wop, and they gonna like it. And then they was like, nigga, you selfish. I'm like, oh, I thought y'all was gonna be all right.
So
Bet.
how many times did you do it before they said?
I only got to do it once by
Okay.
myself.
So after one time you were selfish.
yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Cass moment.
I don't like it.
Be that as it may, I'm Mr. Brown.
Cass.
B. Anthony.
And we are coming to hopefully bring some levity for today or some listening pleasure. If you're in line right now, you got time, nigga. You got time.
Still got time.
Time. It's on your side. Yes, it is. It is our election episode. And I'm going to find some wood real quick to knock on something. Bam, bam, bam. Knock on my foot. Because the last time I did an election episode, I was doing another podcast. Wow, it was 4 years ago. And it did not end very well. You know what I'm saying? I got, ooh, man, I did a live broadcast and stuff. Like, we had set it up. We had, like, operatives in Ohio and Wisconsin. And the homie from Ohio was like, bruh, it don't look good over here.
You might want to stop because it's not looking good, fam.
It's like, we trying, but it don't look good out here, boy. I was getting drunk. We did it like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
On there. But, you know, the shit was over by like 10 o'clock. I thought I was going to at least stay up to 12. And my mom was like, yo.
Turn your mic off.
Turn your mic off. The internet's forever.
When she tells you the internet's forever, let me just turn this off.
Turn it off. Just turn it
nah,
off.
I ain't trying to hear that shit, Mom.
I'm like, all right, this nigga bugging.
They got to know how I feel right now. You know, how could they? It's 2020, B. It's 2020. But as y'all in line, or maybe you've already voted and you're off work today because people I know in D.C., well, at least my job is like, yeah, y'all boys are out today. Go and vote.
I left early because they was like, you could leave early. And I was like, word. I already voted, but that's no matter. I'm leaving. Yeah, I got to vote, guys. Out.
So you lied.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to do what you got to do, Playboy. You got to do what you got to do. So let's talk about voting. Have you guys voted already?
Si, senor.
Yes.
He said that's so aggressive.
Yeah, I voted.
Oh, so how was your voting experience? How was that situation?
It was cool. Me and my fiance went together somewhere in Maryland, some arena. I don't know.
A marina or an arena?
Arena.
Was
Okay.
it Showplace Arena?
I'm arena. I was like, what?
like nigga, you was on a boat? I'm on a
Arena.
Let me
boat.
just put my ballot in right here. And yeah, it's like in the upper Marlboro.
Yeah. So Showplace is one of the newer sites for early voting.
So we went there. It was quick because we went there late. Because I was like, yeah, people gonna be there early. Let's just go late, like right before. Because once we're there, you can't turn me away. So it was in and out, quick, easy process. Wasn't nothing too crazy. So it wasn't bad.
Did y'all have any interesting initiatives on the Maryland ballot that you voted for? Because D.C. is trying to legalize shrooms. That's on the ballot.
Wait, like shrooms? Or?
Yes. They want to legalize shrooms in D.C. That's on the ballot. It's a ballot initiative.
A lot of psychologists are trying to get that approved because it's going to say it helps with like some mental health issues and certain stuff. Like I've been reading some articles on it. It's 50-50. You either believe it or you don't. So it's like I could send you some of the articles to see. Some of them make sense. Some of them be like, you're kind of bugging, but whatever. Shrooms aren't bad, but I'll just say that.
So I guess Maryland doesn't have any cool initiatives
we
like
get all the
D.C.
boring
It's kind of
ones.
hard because even though I've been here for a couple of years, probably over the past few months is when I've actually feel kind of settled in, but it still wasn't enough time for me to actually know all of the local stuff. Like the big election, yeah, I knew, but like the local stuff yet, next go around, I'll have a better idea of like the local area, but I didn't really have a good idea.
So you
this time.
telling me you might have voted for a white supremacist?
No, I Googled other pictures, so yeah.
Okay, that's not the responsible thing you should have said.
I had no responsible thing to have. I literally have no responsible
You
idea. Literally.
should
I
have
don't know none
at-
of them.
Hold on.
No, just leave it be. It happened.
No.
It happened.
I need some clarification.
Okay.
I ask my kids. Wait,
Cash,
so
you did this.
Google each candidate?
Yeah.
I respect that though.
Like online, I was like, all right, let me
respect
just
that.
try
I
to
can't-
figure
I
out
can't even
something.
front.
You didn't do any reading about the persons that
But-
were on the ballot or
No,
anything like
No, like I
So whoever
like
looked
when I was
trustworthy?
voting, I
You
saw
look-
the
you looked at-
name,
you looked at their
and
face?
I went to my phone and was like, oh, cool. I read some quick stuff on them. Whatever.
You just vote for everybody black, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
You know, all
I
skin
know.
folk and kinfolk.
I know, but hey, I'm being honest.
You know there's
I-
black white supremacists, right?
You're very right. But once again, I'm being vulnerable and honest with my Brodies who are judging me because I didn't know the area.
Man,
so
nigga, we judge everything. Stop that. Stop that. Quit being a bitch right now.
Well, I wouldn't go that extent, but the fact that you Google that's dope. I can't knock you for that one. I can't.
So, like, I knew the stuff in New York, but I was like, shit, that doesn't help me. So,
Yeah.
All right. So you had a good voting experience. You turned it in at the arena. B. Anthony, how about
Turn
you?
into Lima Reader though.
yeah, it was La Marina.
So speechless right now after that.
Judgment. But we are the judgment-free zone.
My voting experience was
Stop it. When have we not been a judgment zone?
Nah, you're right.
I had a good experience. 15 minutes. I went off of Regency Lane school. My thing that I didn't like was there were still people campaigning.
Oh, you could do it 50 yards away from the polling place. As long as, like, from like an actual voting booth, you could still be 50 yards away.
Yeah, it got on my nerve. I
I
don't.
can see him online and see, what the fuck, yo?
I want to be on the school board. Put me on the school board.
I already
the-
made my decision. You're not
I'm
going to
just-
change it.
Like, go away. Like, you're making me hate you. And, like, I'm going to look for your name and purposefully, like, skip over it and go to the next person. Because, like, you're giving me too much. There was this one person who was there and they were
Put them on
like,
blast. It don't matter.
No. I do want to be Christ-like.
Someone might be in line right now and they don't want to vote for someone that's annoying.
Power of Christ compels.
No, but, like, she... Oh, well, I do it out there.
Well, nah, we're not.
Might as well. let
They
the
were
hell
like,
back.
you know, I don't see color. I don't see this. I don't see that.
She
I'm for
white or black?
everybody black. But
Yeah, vote. No
then
thanks for you,
at the
ma'am.
end of all that, the closing statement was, but if you vote for me, I'll be the first black woman on
I don't
elected
see
to
color,
this position.
But just to let you know, I'll be the first black.
I'm just like, go away. But besides that, it was actually pretty easy. I did early voting in person, so it was cool.
Oh, skin folk and kin folk. If I ever hear a Negro talking about I don't see color, I'm like, can you please get away from me now? Before I beat you with this bottle like my name
Lil
is
Wayne right there.
is Rod Digger. Or who beat through with the bottle? Remy Ma?
Remy.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, Remy ain't play that. Remy. I met her. She's really nice.
No, I bet you reform.
Yeah.
I met her like she was doing a
I got me a bottle.
she was doing a surprise party for Papoose, and me and my friends walked in the spot, and we was like, "Oh shit, that's Remy." So like said what up. She like did a little meet and greet with us, whatever, cool. And then like we tried to go to the back area where Papoose was at, like the
Nah.
surprise party, but he ain't get there yet. So when we walked in there, it was like, "Yo, who the fuck are these?" And we was like, "Oh, sorry, we're just gonna back up out of here." Yeah. All right, tangents over.
Papu.
That's literally what it was.
We
And I was like,
ruined.
"These
We
niggas-
wasted our surprise on you.
I was like, these niggas might shoot us. Let's back up here because some of them are definitely strapped in here.
Oh,
You gotta be strapped.
okay.
Nigga, I'm strapped right now.
I believe that actually. I do believe that. Mom, I love you.
I borrowed one from Slim. So Slim, how was your experience on the voting?
Man, it was good. I did the mail-in ballot. So obviously you get it in the mail, you go drop it off. So I drop it off at the correct location, and there's people outside, you know, doing the
Right.
same thing, and I'm in line, you know, whatever, and I hear all I hear is like, who is that man on that bike? And I go, no, not Ninja Man.
No, not Ninja Man.
Lo and behold, I turn around. I hear, "What up, Slim?"
Yo, Ninja Man voted.
I
love
Ninja Man,
it.
you out here getting your vote? He was like, "Man, hell yeah!" So obviously, like we kind of, after I,
pulled up with
after I
his bike
turned
and
my-
I'm just gonna put it out here. Can you take a selfie with Ninja Man?
I got you. The next time I see Ninja Man just roaming around, I'm going to take a picture. I'm gonna go live for y'all. I'm gonna go live for
I
y'all.
think that needs to happen.
Yeah, Ninja. Yeah, so me and Ninja Man chopped it up real quick. He told me about who he voted for and why.
No, tell me who.
Yeah,
Who did Ninja Man?
Tell me the who's and whys.
Ninja Man said he voted for Biden and Kamala.
And why?
And he said it's time for change. He said, the way the world is going on, with everything going on, he's like, we need change. He was like, it's so much ugly going on. He's like, we need like fresh faces, fresh ideas. And I was like, talk your talk, Ninja Man.
Did he have the katana while he's saying all of this?
Hell yeah, he had his backpack with him. and to myself, I'm like, yo, y'all don't know Ninja Man the way I know Ninja Man. I know how he get down because he told me in Subway he killed everybody.
You know what? Don't do live with Ninja Man.
Nah, that's
Yo,
his man. That's his man.
Ninja Man, my
Yeah,
man,
but if
to
the
moon
people
and
from
back.
Subway see, they may think you were an accomplice or something.
I ain't tell though.
I ain't no
I
snitch.
told you on camera. I turned around so damn quick. Tomatoes, pickles.
Can I get wheat bread,
Yeah.
please? Like, I don't know what's going on there, but my sweetie and chicken teriyaki, can you
But
heat
what's
that up?
funny, I never bring that story up again with him. I never.
Oh, what?
brought it
Never.
up
I would
again.
never bring
So
that
I don't
up.
know where his mind was at, but
I
I didn't know. But yeah, but
But-
I Ninja Man getting his vote in. We chopped it up for a little bit and whatnot. But it was an easy process, in and out. Like Cass said, in and out. No real issues. So, see how the cookie
I
crumbles.
think I did hear that as far as the early voting, most of the chaos was the day one, and I had people telling me they waited in line for 3 hours at the location that I went to.
I can see that.
But movie premieres taught us don't go on the first showing.
Yeah.
These
Like-
things I know.
Come on, guys.
Things
you
I know.
gotta get that.
The
that
people
next-
were excited
that
to
next
vote.
showing.
You gotta go the next weekend. Like, number 2 show.
Yeah.
First showing?
Number 2 show.
Man, but it's pretty interesting that they said that more people have already voted early
Then the entire...
in some states that had entirely voted in 2012. Which I don't know if that bodes well.
Wait, 12 or 16?
16.
Yeah, I was like,
16, my bad,
It's okay.
Chief. The year's moving in.
the way 2020 is usually.
Yeah, so long ago. Which is like crazy that many people are voting or exercising a vote. And it's always been intriguing to me that one party wants to suppress the vote. And I'm always like, if you got dope ideas, it don't matter. Shouldn't it shit be proportional? The more people vote, the shit should stay the same if you got dope ideas. But clearly your ideas are trash. And that's why you be like, nah, nigga, we don't need all y'all to vote. Because then we ain't going to win no more. But why is that? Because your votes is trash. Get some better ideas. And not saying like the Dems got good ideas, because some of their ideas are trash too, but at least they like trying.
They're reasonable.
They're reasonable.
They're reasonable.
Are you giving me the illusion that you're trying at least?
Yeah.
At least give me that.
Yeah, it's like the little.
Lie to me.
Lie to me.
Yeah, basically.
Make it sound
Basically,
believable.
like, just make something like,
Yeah.
all right.
Because like,
There are some people who are tired of being lied to.
Are you gonna legalize
Nah,
all
you're a bit-
guns?
You're
got
right.
my vote.
But here's that.
man, I heard some shit today, yesterday, that do you know that McDonald's is the number 2 employer in America? More like they employ
surprising.
the first number 1 is Walmart. So Walmart is the biggest employer in America. McDonald's is number 2.
I can see that.
I can see that.
And so, we complain that we need to have a higher minimum wage. Actually, we need to make it a living wage, right? And so you're the number 2 employer in America, and you got a bunch of people paying them like $7, $8, $9, whatever. Do you know in Denmark, McDonald's pays people $22 an hour?
They do not.
Let me repeat myself. Do you know in Denmark, they pay their employees $22 an hour because their country demands that every job at the minimum has to provide a living wage. And they also get paid time off from McDonald's. So they get vacation, maternity leave, health care.
Don't you Google it.
All that kind of things. He can Google what he want to Google. He can Google what the hell he want to Google. And the thing is about America,
He's greedy.
we allow people to treat us away. Because if we said McDonald's had to pay people $22 an hour, McDonald's gonna be like, well, shit, I guess I gotta pay y'all $22 an hour.
I wonder how much they pay their teachers then.
Walmart, everything like that. But the thing is, you gotta help your society
That is true.
that you don't have to worry about all the extra shit.
You don't hear anything about Denmark. Like, you don't hear anything bad.
It was like, because I don't think if I'm working 37 hours at McDonald's and I still can't afford to pay my rent,
That's a problem.
like, that's fucked up. I gotta work 2 hours. Like, niggas, only so many hours in the week.
But then a lot of those jobs too in the U.S. are starting to be, I thought, would be removed because of AI.
AI. So some things are going to stay because you still need niggas to like cook the burgers in the back. like
Why you say it like that, though?
Yeah, I need these niggas
Like,
to
damn,
cook the
Brown.
I need some niggas in the back. Yo, just flip them shits. Thanks. All right, cool.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You still need people to slaughter the chickens and the cows. I'm just saying, these are the kind of jobs that's going to stay around. And if you're at the slaughter plant, you damn sure don't want to get a little bitty amount of money. I don't know if you ever been around a slaughterhouse. Them shit stank.
It ain't pretty.
And it's a lot of disease
It's
and
very
stuff
much,
around there.
yeah. I saw it
On
in
the
a
Business
documentary.
Insider. This
knew
is
you
from
were gonna do this.
2014.
Oh, okay. Fact check it. Fact check it,
Fast
me.
food workers make a minimum of $20 an hour in Denmark.
I work there part-time.
I would too.
Hell.
Nigga, part time.
Like that, like we be looking. America has convinced us, right,
your Range Rover.
that if you work at McDonald's, like you fucked up in life, whatever. But we got to remember, they're the second most common employer. All them people working there ain't no goddamn teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nigga, I'm trying to pay my rent.
Like, I need to pay my bills, so.
Like, and I think that helps the economy, right?
A full-time job and a part-time job at McDonald's. And listen, I work there 4 to 8.
Well, see, he got that American idea in him. You don't need no part-time job if they paying you, right?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get all my coins, bro. I'm supposed to McDonald's in the Audi. Employee of the month.
The employee,
Like, how you get that OT?
Bruh, if I saw a McDonald's employee pull up in the Audi, yo.
You'll question your life, won't you?
Hell yeah, nigga, I would go home like.
hopefully your quality of life is better too.
This is true, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if the corporations are paying what they need to pay, then you don't got to use your taxes for the other dumb shit that you got to pay for on the back end.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? You know, give and take, give and take.
Pull up in a Range Rover.
See Slim like, what's up? Here for the OT.
Yep, it ain't even the lease either.
Man.
I own this.
So mad at this.
So I'm up in DC. Everyone got mail-in ballots. Already discussed that.
They basically said
They're asking
stay your
the
asses inside.
legalizing mushrooms. But
Lit. It's fucking lit.
but the thing is with me, I had to like get my my voter registration because you know I recently moved to DC. I was in Maryland. I'm getting all them phone calls, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, I ain't even there no more.
I
Like,
don't live
please."
there. Have y'all been getting like text messages about like, hey, I'm supporting the black vote or something like that?
I mean, I be knowing all that. All them boys be rushing bots to me in my head. Like, how you get my number?
yeah, that's weird. That hasn't happened to me.
I got text today, but they be thinking I be at my mama because me and my mom got the family plan, and they be like, "Yo, I'm not."
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone with y'all. I'm gonna get both the brown.
Yeah, get both that. So you know, we gotta do city council for DC. Got to do our delegate for the U.S. Congress because those who out there, DC is not a state. But if Biden and Harris become president, that might happen. DC might actually become a state. It might become the 51st state of the union under this administration because they was like, oh, y'all niggas just putting any old body on the court. Like, can we talk about that shit real quick? That is something that happened recently. So
I know this bothers him because the way he just sat up like, all right, let me,
because think about the mediocrity of white people getting to do whatever the hell they want to do. Let's bring
no experience, no more.
so Amy Coney Barrett, right? So when we think about this shit, right? If you're a Supreme Court justice, that means you've been in the game of judicial law for a minute. Therefore, you can give a supreme idea.
Because you have a lot of experience. You've been here a while.
Yeah.
theory.
In theory, that's what it's supposed to be. That's why most of the Supreme Court justices are supposed to be old as dirt because they done got some wisdom. They done learned some shit. This bitch, first of all, I won't call her bitch. That's wrong.
Too late.
I don't know this
Too
woman.
late. You already did.
Okay, that's a good cleanup. Bro. That's a good cleanup.
But it's upsetting. I'm doing it out of anger. First of all, she's born in 1971. Really? 1970s? She's not that old. That means she's gonna be here for another 40 years.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, she's like young.
She's very young.
Comparatively to like Ruth Bader, and they already put Brett, who's young-ish. He born in the 60s. Gorsuch born in the 60s. And I'm like, these dudes is young comparatively. I want my justice born in the 40s.
Little well seasoned.
Yeah, like sprinkle. yeah. Like I want them to come in the game 70 years old on there. Or 60s. I actually want my Supreme Court justice. This is a lifetime appointment. I actually don't want your life to be on there that goddamn long. If this is a lifetime appointment. But first of all, she's really young, but she has never really tried any kind of court case.
Wasn't she only in law for like 2 years before this?
Yes.
She knows the law. That's what all the Republicans are saying. She knows the law.
No, she doesn't.
I'm just telling you what they said.
She was a teacher, right?
It's a chain of command that you have to follow, though. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
supposed to be. It's supposed to be a chain of command. But to your point, it started with Trump appointing all those judges during his first 4 years.
Dumbass.
And so
Dumbass.
Now.
Dumbass Donald.
I'll just say he who will not be named.
Voldemort.
Names you don't speak of.
Voldemort.
It started with that person appointing all those judges and, white.
Well, that was Mitch.
Oh, that
that
was
was Mitch's plan from the beginning to block shit, and that's why he rotting from the inside out. That's why you're dying in the inside out. I don't know if you see Mitch McConnell's hands. Google Mitch McConnell's hands. Something is definitely wrong with this nigga.
Chaz does that. I'm assuming. Yeah, he definitely is.
But I think
Tell me how it comes up in the Google search.
I'm so mad right now. How does it look?
He is dying from the inside. He is a zombie.
Jesus.
He's a decomposing, rotting corpse.
Is it that bad?
It looks
Dog, he is rotting from the inside out.
Yo.
Because
That nigga's The Walking Dead.
God don't like ugly.
He's the Walking Dead.
His
Like,
heart is
literally-
black.
I want to see
He's the
it.
Walking Dead. Like he might be a zombie. Like
God doesn't like ugly. I
I'm
agree.
gonna just keep my comments to myself.
That nigga's dying, ain't he?
like if he scratch you, you might have the Walker blood.
Messed it up. You know how to work that.
I
But
hate
but
you.
anyway, so
No, thank you. Like his hand, like he's the Walking Dead. Like if you watch the Walking Dead show, you know what I'm
if
talking
he
about.
scratches you,
You got it.
you's a goner.
I gotta kill you. I gotta off you know, or cut your
Oh
limb off.
my God.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's go back to
Get back on track because his hand fucked me up. That fucked me up.
It was a part of the plan all the time. But
been that for
the problem
Halloween.
with Amy Comey Barrett, I literally asked this chick, what does the First Amendment protect? Remember, this is the Supreme Court of the United States of America. Now, if I'm asking one of you guys and y'all don't know everything it protects, you ain't about to be a Supreme Court justice. So it don't really matter
Next.
if you don't
Next.
know. But she could not name what things are protected under the First Amendment, not the second or the third, the fourth, or the fifth.
The first.
The first. And she was like, stuttering, like, bitch, can you give me the press? How about religion? Yeah, you got that one? How about the freedom to assemble?
I don't know how to throw.
So it's all kind of things that's like, you're not qualified to be in this position. They ram you in there. And so I watched it, and hopefully, one thing I respect about Republicans, they got a bunch of thugs and goons on their side.
They're like, y'all gonna take this and like it.
Yeah, and the Democrats are a bunch of pussies.
Well, that's the thing. I think, and we talked about this on another podcast that I do, where the Democrats do have to change up, whatever happens. Even if they get the House and the Senate, I think they do have to be a little bit more intentional with how they do their job, and they can't be biased or the nice guy anymore.
Get your
And I am the
get some
king of being
balls.
the nice guy, but I don't think that's the way to go.
But you don't negotiate with bullies after a while. Like, it's only so many times I'm gonna play a game with you and you don't play by the rules, and I'm gonna keep playing by the rules. Like, oh, nigga, this is how we playing?
All right, now we play. Okay.
Okay. Oh, we just kick niggas in the
I
nuts.
don't know, because you would have.
Cool.
I now know the rules you go by.
I would have thought they would have taken that mentality 10 years ago when they had control.
No, they were still being the nice guy and being the moral. They didn't realize at the time, because if they realized the kind of tomfoolery that the Republicans were going to pull,
Right.
there would be a public option right now. But they didn't even pitch the health plan that they wanted. They pitched Mitt Romney's health plan, and you see that nigga try to backtrack from the shit when he was running against Obama. Like, no, not my plan. That's good for Massachusetts, but it's not good for America. I'm like, but the niggas in Massachusetts love that shit.
Right.
What are you talking about, Mitt? You wishy-washy Mormon. But anyway, he's a nice guy. I guess. He believes Black Lives Matter, I guess.
That's growth.
Yeah,
That's
it's growth. But I'm saying all this to say that they put this unqualified person
Right.
on there, and so Dems use every goddamn card that you possibly have. Make DC a goddamn state,
Play all your draw fours.
and get rid of the filibuster. Don't even work with them dudes. Like if they want to join the fray, they could join it, but they've been so hyper partisan.
Yeah.
F everything they got to say. Like, you ain't trying to come to the table because all you try to do is stall. You don't even bring new ideas. It's one thing to give me constructive criticism and be like, oh, don't do this, but you're not actually giving me no good ideas. Y'all got to remember that for the first 2 years of Trump's presidency, they controlled the House, the Senate, and the White House.
Mm-hmm.
And they did nothing except pass that bullshit-ass tax code that, guess when that bitch runs out? Next year.
Right.
It's permanent for the rich, but everyone else, your taxes will go up. And they're going to be like, the Dems raise your taxes, da-da-da-da. Nigga,
No.
I know how the game works.
Right.
But people are dumb enough, and they're going to think, they raise my taxes because Dems raise taxes anyway because that's the way they set it up.
Right.
But yet the rich ones are permanent, but the middle class, nigga, I know the game. And that's the only thing they did. And we're in a major deficit. So I say all that as I'm looking through my ballot. We got to do our delegate for D.C. And then on there already, you have to vote for a shadow rep of Congress and a shadow senator.
Oh.
Because D.C. is always contemplating whether or not it becomes a state. So you have to vote for a shadow rep. That just in case we become.
Just in case we become state, nigga.
But the thing is, I don't know these people. And that's a lot of power to give to some weirdo who happened to sign the petition. Like, my homie was a shadow rep. No offense to my homie. He might have been a good rep, but I was like, are you the senator? You?
Like, I know you, nigga.
Like, nah. He might did a really good job and been very important. I'd be like, yeah, I know the senator from D.C. But like, imagine how much power that is to
Right.
be a senator of that. And does the mayor of D.C. now become the governor? D.C.
That's a good question.
Governor Bowser.
I don't know. Yeah, that is a good question.
feel
Do
like
the
you would-
individual neighborhoods become cities in themselves? There's so many questions I
I
have.
feel like they would just start combining like the individual, like Petworth and whatever's next to Petworth. They'd be like, boom, y'all together now.
Yeah, like
They would start doing shit like that.
the neighborhood coalitions. Do they become like little mayors of these different? There's so
Truth be told, they probably already have a plan in place because colonizers have been moving into the city for some time. And I think now that they're here and they're here to stay, that was probably things that they've...
And that's when it becomes a state. When all the white
There
people
you go.
say, it's not fair.
It's
We're
not
being
fair. That's
taxed without representation.
all of that. Meanwhile, it was okay for us, but, that's neither here or there. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if all the questions that you're asking, if they already have something.
And I'm pretty sure they have like the proper chain of command for that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure they have something in the
I'm
chamber
pretty sure they
for
probably
that.
have that. They just waiting for the right
Right
time to bring
to
it out.
disclose
Like,
it. Because I don't even think half the council is us anymore. It's all new people that I'm not even fully aware of. But
They knew what they were doing.
oh yeah,
They saw the
definitely.
writing on the wall, and they about to take over.
This is why you don't let
what
people
areas
into
do you think they would
Wakanda.
combine though? Just for shits and giggles.
To make sense, I think you go from the traditional quadrants first. Might do like that, and because people like, so you have a southeast mayor. They might give it just call it Anacostia.
Right.
The mayor of Anacostia have the mayor of shit. Because it's hard to combine. Because like Northeast is really big.
Southwest may become the waterfront. I don't know.
Yeah, so you mayor of the waterfront. Southwest is small as shit. So
Yeah.
you could do those two, and then like Northwest and Northeast is
You know
got to
they-
split that up a little bit more.
Yeah.
You don't think they combine Southeast and Southwest?
It's a possibility.
They could, but I don't think
They
would.
different. They different.
Yeah.
It don't even feel the same.
Oh, I know it don't feel the same, but to them in person, they'd be like, Northeast, Northwest combined, Southeast, Southwest combined, boom.
Shit, Northeast and Northwest
yeah,
ain't the same.
I wouldn't even.
They
go
too
that far.
big. It's oof. We'll let the geniuses figure it out. So y'all ready for what the people in line have been waiting for? Or if you're in your car, or maybe it's nighttime, or maybe you have a nice bottle of Chianti.
Chianti?
Or whatever you said in Silence of the Lambs.
Chianti?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
My man corrected me when I'm wrong. That's 13%.
I knew it was coming.
I knew it.
I knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming. Like, that is such an easy out. He got, shit blows minds.
So, what's your predictions? Who's going to win today?
Honestly, I really have no fucking clue because no matter what the popular vote says, the Trump supporters, they're not very public. Like, you'll have the ones that are public, but they come out like in crows, like at the polls. So, like, you'll be standing next to like 30 people who probably are Trump supporters. You just won't know it because they'll just be like mad quiet. So, I truly have no fucking idea. I honestly don't. I'm just going to be looking at the TV. I truly don't think we're going to get an answer for like a week because of all the mail-in ballot. So I don't even know we're going to find out today. But I pray for Biden winning. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, my God, Biden. But, like, you're the lesser of two evils.
I don't like that statement in this particular case.
Why don't you like that statement? 'Cause I think
The lesser of two evils. Like when you said between Hillary Clinton and somebody's gonna listen to this shit and be like me. But like when Hillary Clinton was running, I was fully prepared to vote Republican that year. Like that's how much I didn't like Hillary Clinton. And I know that's messed up. Like if John Kasich was the nominee, I was voting for John Kasich. I'm not voting for you, Cruz. Cruz, you was a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know why this is so funny.
But anyway, that year I was like, yeah, these are two very unlikable people. This year, I'm like, one is clearly a fascist. One is clearly a racist. One is clearly a crook, a
but
criminal.
he's done more for black people. I'm done. I'm done.
Yo, it pisses me off.
That was a great Twitter thread. It was like his name, people who's done more for the black community.
God.
Oh, that was a good laugh. I ain't gonna lie. I went down that Twitter thread. I was like, ooh, this is funny.
Yeah, Twitter made it funny, but when he says that, like, I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah, so I just don't like that statement because
Like,
it's not the lesser two evils.
I understand
Unless
what you're
like this nigga's an evil at a 1 and this nigga's an evil at 100.
Well, he's being held hostage by his past. I think that's why they're
Yeah,
saying that.
that's honestly what it is.
But that shit's dumb in itself too.
It is.
Because all
we
the
don't
black
forget.
politicians did that same shit too. It was a unanimous
It was
bill.
unanimous.
Like we all was like, nigga, crack is whack. And let's pass some laws and maybe niggas will stop doing crack. Not thinking it's addictive, bitch. That's not how crack works.
Right.
I'm not thinking I'm about to go to jail for a long ass time. It was like, nah.
this shit good, nigga. I just need another more. Like,
Or I need this money, nigga.
Right.
I need to make money somehow.
Like, yeah.
But people
no,
don't think
I-
in that context, though.
I think for me, it was just more so, I'm not sold on all of your policies. I think I'm more sold on,
Ice Cube got to you, huh?
no, this is way before Q.
I hate you.
Today gonna be a good day. I'm more so, see what I did there? Fine.
I was going to try to do the music, but I stopped myself.
I think it's more so, I think if Biden wins, that'll open up the door for more change later, at least in my head. So, like, Biden winning is not like it's just more so like, all right, cool. You're opening the door for the next person. Because in my heart of hearts, this doesn't sound wild, crazy, but I don't even think he's going to live all 4 years of his term. I think it's going to truly go to Kamala. If I'm being completely honest.
And white people gonna lose their goddamn mind.
A black woman in power?
Black Asian?
And she went for the DA.
What is this?
That's what she have to bring her husband out everywhere. Like, hey guys, but I think that'll open the door for a black woman to be president, and then that'll just start opening more doors. So that's truly what I think, and that's like kind of.
So for you, it's like being in the draft, and it's like I need a quarterback. Oh, Biden's there.
Yeah,
in the sixth round.
It's
Let me
literally like,
scoop him
yo,
up.
I need a quarterback. I don't like all these quarterbacks, so I gotta pick one because the one I have is ass. So it's like, all right,
Man, man, Biden's like the Ryan Fitzpatrick of the game, man.
I don't
Like
do that.
he's serviceable.
Not Fitzpatrick. Oh.
Who's Ryan Fitzpatrick?
It's okay.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is a quarterback out of 16 games. He'll give you a solid grade 4 every year. 4 good ones.
No,
Then the other
play
ones,
better.
you're like, I don't know. But there's 4 games. You don't know when they're going to happen. They could be early, they could be late, or in the middle. You don't know what's going to happen.
Wentz?
But
Carson Wentz, maybe.
Nah, cause
Nah, not
like Biden is a perpetual backup who is now running for the starting job. So I'm thinking about backups who, cause is he Jeff Garcia?
nah, he
Oh God, no.
he has potential to be a Ryan Tannehill
Before or after the trade?
after.
Oh, well that might
well,
Tennessee Titans.
if
might
you say
bode
that,
well.
then- okay, if you say that,
Because
then,
think about it, before the trade, you was like,
Ryan Tannehill's record is
trash.
kind of trash, but
then-
now he's a pretty serviceable
Think about it,
quarterback. He's left out the whole analogy.
I'll bet afterwards.
We'll
That's
explain this
fine.
after. We'll explain this over here.
No,
But
that's
like,
fine.
Think about it. Ryan Tannehill's like, oh shit, I'm on a good team. I got a good running back. His running back is Kamala.
It's
Boom,
it's
like,
being
it starts.
an artist, but you need to find the right record deal, right? So say you're hot in the streets, you got a good buzz. You with Sony, but Sony jerking you around, but not between Rock Nation and
Interscope, just.
oh God, yeah,
Just-
Interscope.
Yeah,
so
just
it's
throw
like
some
now
shit
you're
out.
trying to figure out, okay, where can I get the most bang for my buck at? Like who's gonna give me the bag? You know, so
Gotcha.
That's the similar comparison.
So yeah, so I think he could be
Gotcha.
Ryan Tannehill.
So Ryan Tannehill on there. All
Derrick
right.
Henry, that's Kamala,
All right,
the good
so-
running back.
So okay, so you saying you hopeful for Biden, but you don't trust the polls because you still got fatigue for 2016.
We seen this all. Even wasn't like Gore. Didn't he win the popular, but then he lost the
Well,
Bush?
yeah, that came up to that the year where he did win the popular, but they didn't even finish recounting all the votes.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, guess who was a lawyer during that time? Amy Comey Barrett. Guess who else was also a lawyer at that time for those cases in Florida? Brett Kavanaugh. Funny how this shit works out. Full circle.
It's me doing my circle.
What goes around comes around, my nigga.
so yeah, so that's why it's like
That's scary.
popular votes. Whatever the media says in polls, I don't care. I just want just give me the
America, that man
results.
may not be factual, but it sounds cool. I do want to put that preface just in case you're like, nigga, that's wrong. Well, whatever. I don't give a
Excellent
fuck.
disclaimer, sir.
What about you, son? What's your predictions?
That's a nigga.
It's scary. It's scary. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm gonna be very. It's scary. Like knowing that dumbass can win again. That's scary. But I really think that hopefully people are more in tune to what's going on and they actually voted for the right person to lead this nation. Because if dumbass gets it, we're doomed. But we need change. Like, and I really believe that. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't want to say it's gonna be close, but in my heart of hearts, I have Biden and Kamala.
To me, if it's close, somehow Trump will somehow win. Only way for me, Biden, when he has to win like in some lopsided number, it's like, I can't fix this. Like, I can't fix it. It's like, it's too lopsided. Like, if it's like anywhere near 50-50, you could somehow start fixing, playing with shit. But it has to be like, if I just do random numbers, like 10 million to 1. Like, something wild was like, 9 million, I can't do anything with that.
But you know what? But then I begin to think about like, since everybody voted so early, like, who did you vote for?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the scary
that's
thing.
like that's
It's
like the unknown.
over 60 million votes.
And you're like, who these niggas vote for?
It's no guarantee that all of them are Biden. You know what I mean?
As it shouldn't be.
As it shouldn't be, but I'm just, when people talk about, oh, so many people voted so early, I'm like, well, that's not helping my conscience any right now. Like,
I'm not
you know-
happy. I'm just like still waiting. Until,
we're still waiting to see how it's going to play out. It's, I don't know.
Yeah. So you got that's as far as you go take it. How about you, Brian? B. Anthony.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to drop B. Anthony because no one calls me that. It's fine.
Because it's just so snarky when I be like Brian.
Yeah.
It's too many syllables. B. Anthony.
It is.
God damn.
Thank you. I should have consulted with you and your marketing firm before I made this decision.
Okay. You too could be snarky.
No, I want Biden to win.
Of course. Okay.
I think he will win.
Okay. All right.
But I'm not holding my breath one way or the other. I think ultimately, whatever happens, it's going to be a fight. However it plays out, because now you have literally a community of people who feel empowered to not only proclaim their ignorance or bigotry or anything else that's horrible, but now, the Proud Boys can stand up, and kids can drive across the country and carry AK whatevers and, kill whomever and get back home in time to go to church. That's the new norm that we're living in now. And so however it plays out, we're just going to have to be more diligent in being aware of our rights, and then also educating ourselves and our own. Speaking as a black man, I'm more concerned about that. Just hoping that people are committed to just educating themselves about what this process is and what the difference that they could potentially make. But I don't know really who's going to win, but I hope that it is Biden.
That's why we're making predictions, nigga. I ain't say you was a soothsayer. I'm just like make these predictions. But like I get
Razzle
it.
dazzle.
I guess like in 2016, I personally vastly underestimated white people. I thought we were all on that hope and change train, and we voted for Obama twice. I didn't think they was gonna do that shit twice in 2012. So they lulled me to sleep. And let me find out that the patriarchy is strong. That niggas will vote for a black man before they vote for a white woman, and I was like, y'all hoes ain't loyal. Because when black people saw a black man on that joint, we voted that nigga 97%. White woman saw a white woman, 50%. I'm like, y'all not loyal. Oh man, I'm like, yo, but I get it. And so I think we look at the polls from last year, and people are like, oh, the polls are wrong. Nationally, actually, the polls weren't wrong. She won by 3 million votes. Only in America, you could win by 3 million votes. That is like half the city of LA, or it's the city of Houston right there. Like 3 million people voted and you lose? Where they do that at, Sway? That's like being nominated for 12 awards and losing every award. See what I did there?
Oh, I'd be sick. That's frustrating.
Shout out to the baby. But anywho.
Oh, the hip hop awards were on.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, nigga, how much? I ain't get one?
I can't get one?
Bro, now we gotta talk. Yo, BET, son. One.
Let me get a little award. Little award.
Nigga, I was having songs with features.
Shout out to Rhapsody for being lyricist of the year. Like I thought that shit was dope.
I thought the women had a good cipher too.
Yeah, but that's anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get. So I think the polls weren't too far off, because even in the states he won Michigan by under 1%. He won Wisconsin under 1%. He won Pennsylvania by under 1%. It wasn't like he blew the shit out of the water. For you bitches out there, I need to quit calling people bitches. But for you bitches out there,
as I said, I need to stop.
Who don't understand how math works? When you're doing a poll, there's a range of sway that it could go. Like if I say you're up by 2 percentage points, and I look at that little in the range of error, that means it could be +3, -3. If you within 1, that means you you can be 4 or you are -2. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it was like, yeah, it was a slam dunk for you to win. That it was in the range of error. So
that's why I think it has to be like it has to.
Have you looked at the polls?
I haven't looked this week. I've been too busy.
Yeah. So it is if things go with the polls, because I think they really overestimated white people this time around. They was like, yeah, not 2 times.
Right.
Not this time around. It's a good shot that Biden gets Pennsylvania. If Biden gets Pennsylvania, it's a wrap. I do believe it's a wrap, because without Pennsylvania, Donald Trump can win Wisconsin, Donald Trump can win Michigan, Donald Trump can win Florida, and still lose. Win all those 3, because Pennsylvania's just that big. And it looks real good that Biden might win Arizona too.
That helps out.
And that's big because they got a bunch of suckers on the ballot down there, and like the Slim said, when you got suckers on the ballot, you ain't gonna get you're going against an astronaut. Remember old man Gabby Guilford husband? He running on that. That he about to drag Biden on with him. He's like, yo, we about to get this Arizona. And I think Trump's gonna get Florida again because
Florida just be doing Florida things, man.
I don't be trusting Florida to do right by America because Florida don't do right for itself. Like, so I'm gonna think a whole bunch of Florida men going to do right for America.
They may surprise you.
May surprise. So best case scenario, I do think Biden's going to win, and the best case scenario, Biden wins big. And how does Biden win big, Devin? I'm glad you asked.
How does Biden win big, Devin?
So, Biden wins Pennsylvania.
Bar.
Bam. Put that out there. Biden wins Wisconsin.
Okay.
Biden wins Michigan.
Okay.
Republicans trying to keep Ohio. I ain't like Ohio no way.
But isn't that where LeBron plays?
He in Cali.
Yeah, like, he was born there.
Yeah.
He loves his city, but nigga was like, I'm gonna go to LA where it's warm.
All that good stuff. So Biden wins Georgia would be a best case scenario. That all the Negroes in Atlanta, like, hey, damn it, we got a voice.
Killer Mike, better lead him.
Biden wins Arizona. Biden wins Florida. Because right now we're at a landslide. Because if you can pull up Georgia, you might can pull up North Carolina. And if you get North Carolina, goddamn, it's going to be an okay night. And then, for shits and giggles, Biden wins Texas. If you win Texas, nigga, you've messed up on a royal level. Because if the Dems can pull off winning New York, California, and Texas, and Illinois, and Florida, those are the five biggest
States,
biggest joint, and Pennsylvania, you get the six.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap for you, like for real, and North Carolina and Georgia, who are also really big states.
It's basically like Golden State when they got Kevin Durant. It's just all right. It's over.
Yeah, so it's a wrap. So that's like the best case scenario.
That's the one from the DMV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Biden gets like 300 something electoral votes, like 300 to 400 damn electoral votes, and Trump has like 100 something.
Can you explain the electoral votes for people who might not?
So back in the day, how far you want me to explain this shit? Because the electoral college is racist as fuck.
2 minutes. Go.
2 minutes. So back in the day, a bunch of white planters wanted to get more representation in Congress. So they wanted to count their slaves, but they also didn't want to get their slaves to vote. So they came up with a compromise called the 3/5 compromise, which was also in the Constitution. And so in order to get the representatives for the electoral college, they did not want direct vote from the common man. Why didn't they want direct vote from the common man? Because they thought they were dumbasses. They didn't trust them. And they wanted all the votes to be for rich, white owning men. So, and they also decided, these niggas don't know these niggas like I know these niggas, so we need electoral college just in case these niggas be like, I want to vote for Thomas Jefferson. I'm like, Thomas Jefferson a bitch. And like, Alexander Hamilton, be quiet. You don't know him. We want him to be here, so we're going to make this votes, but we can base it on kind of what they say, but we have the final say so. That's kind of how it's supposed to be there. Electoral college is supposed to be a check of ballots so an unqualified candidate doesn't become president. Failed, royally failed. If that's your one job, you failed. You did it bad. And so what happens is that every state gets to give electoral votes, and which can end up happening where you end up with candidates who don't win the popular vote, winning the electoral vote as a compromise to a bunch of slave-owning people back in the day. Kinda, I know I was all over the place with that, but that's 2 minutes, right?
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So
You are a
history
great
for
teacher.
today.
we need to get rid of that shit though, because like Democrats have won, even going back all the way to Clinton, Democrats have won the majority, like the last 8 out of 9 elections, but haven't been president 8 out of 9 times.
Right.
It was like, yo, that makes people upset. That makes you feel disenfranchised. That your vote doesn't matter because Florida threw out 537 votes in 2000. You know, it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, but Trump can win. But if Trump wins, it's going to be very, very slim. Trump's
Yeah,
not
like-
going to blow anybody out the water.
Trump gonna win like
Fight. It's probably
Yeah.
a fight. Yeah.
That's why they're fighting over like Nebraska and Maine. They don't give all the electoral votes away. They split their shit up. And so like he's literally in Nebraska in the Omaha area trying to fight for one electoral college vote.
Right.
Because there's a possibility that Trump will get that, be at 269 and need that one vote from Nebraska and don't need Joe Biden to get it. Or go to Maine and get that one electoral vote because they break their shit up like that too. So it's very, very intriguing. But all that shit is going to be mute if Joe Biden wins and the Dems don't win the Senate.
That's another conversation about. I'm aware of it, but I haven't heard too much about it in the news. At least the way that I feel like it should be. And again, I think we're missing the whole point of how decisions are really made. That and also, I'm really concerned about our judicial system and how that's really being set up.
Oh, so that's why the Dems need to win. You don't hear me out?
hear me out.
You get the state, right? You get some new senators on that shit.
Right.
So you don't have that 50-50 bullshit because hopefully D.C. just stays like a permanent Democrat things. And I'm not saying Democrats got better policies. I'm just saying Republicans have shit policies. That's all. At the end of the day.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, y'all don't believe in science. So, I can't rock with that. Like, and you don't trust niggas. And, I can't rock with that.
Niggas.
Yeah,
I trust niggas too.
I trust niggas because niggas is me. But when they get in power, they might expand the courts. The courts haven't been expanded since the Civil War, since Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
The country is way bigger now. We didn't even have Alaska and Hawaii when Lincoln was there.
Right.
Shit, we didn't even have the Dakotas.
Yeah, I was about to say, we didn't have those either. Like, there's a lot of shit we didn't have.
Yeah, a lot of that shit was
I
gone.
think it's time to change,
Yeah, so put some people on there. Put your pack in the courts. Bitch, y'all been packing the courts. We got a decomposing, rotting flesh of a man in Mitch McConnell who's been packing that shit for years. You're talking about, you're packing the courts because you realize he's a rotting.
I'm going sci-fi. I think whatever monster is inside of him is trying to manifest. I just want to put it out there right now.
So he's the bug alien from Men in Black. Got you.
I feel like that's what's happening. And then when
That shit's...
That's an accurate description, huh?
That's what makes it funny, because I was like, wow.
He got a cockroach in him. He got a giant ass cockroach.
He really just
A,
sitting there
a space bug. So talking about the Senate, they try to put somebody against him in Kentucky. Mitch McConnell's gonna win that seat back. Amy McGrath is trying, but I don't think she's gonna win. So that's a wrap. Alabama, Doug Jones is gonna lose that seat. He's a Democrat who beat the pedophile. I'm mad he barely beat a pedophile in Alabama, but that says a lot about Alabama. Not enough about.
Yeah, like
him,
Alabama just
him,
wild.
but he's gonna go against Tommy Tuberville, and they love their football, and he used to coach Auburn football, so
You already know how that's gonna go.
Dems
He's
are-
gonna show up in the Auburn sweatsuit, like, hey guys. Yep, he wins the vote.
Dems are probably gonna lose that seat. Now Texas Senate is in a dogfight. Dems can pull that out. Arizona filling that seat for Mr. John McCain.
McCain.
Like Dems might get that seat for the first time a Democrat ever win in Arizona. Georgia might get 2 Democratic senators, which is crazy, because they got a jungle primary, which means any nigga can go,
Right.
And then the other one is actually 2 people going against each other, and the Dem is leading in that one against David Perdue. David Perdue being the one to be like Kamala, Mala, like, bitch, you know her name. Y'all work on the same committee. You an asshole. Say her name.
That was wild petty.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, David? Like, Kamala ain't even that hard. This is Kamala.
She just slapped the shit out you.
Yeah.
she can't do that. She's a black woman.
She
It'll
can't,
turn
but
off
I know,
voters.
in her heart,
Which
she's
is
like, this
stupid.
bitch is fucking up my name. I just wanna...
Yeah. So going against that, he canceled his last debates with Ossoff because Ossoff was giving him the business on the debates. Nigga, I be watching Georgia debates, man. Gave him a bit and called him a crook to his face, like, you was a crook. And I'm like, and he was like, I don't want no more of that smoke. Lindsey Graham, my great state, South Carolina, is going against Jamie Harrison. Black man. It would be interesting. It might be South Carolina might vote Trump, president and vote Jamie Harrison senator because South Carolinians do things different from everybody else. We cause wars.
We cause wars.
So
wild statement.
So we do shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility that that could happen because people don't trust Lindsey Graham because we like people who stand on their own too. Which would mean that South Carolina would be the only state in the union with 2 black senators, which would be crazy. That South Carolina would be the first one to ever do that. Ever in the history of the United States. And you couldn't tell no white South Carolinian nothing because they would say, we ain't racist. And I'm like, bitch, you still kind of are, but be progressive. You getting better.
We least racist, but you're still...
North Carolina might get a Democratic senator, but the guy running for that got caught in a sexting scandal with someone that was not his wife. And, you know...
You know how that goes.
It's tough in these streets, man.
Recently, or?
Yes. Like, he, too, has canceled his debates.
Yeah. It wasn't pretty good.
Okay, well, you know.
He's like, nah, fam, I'm
Did
good.
you hear about Biden's son? Like how he had a sex tape or some shit?
Man, Hunter Biden is a drug addict. Drug addicts do drug addict shit.
This is true.
Like, I'm not...
That little ad-lib was
I'm not
funny.
voting for
This is
Hunter
true.
Biden to be president. What about his laptop? Nigga, he's on his drugs. Nigga, I don't...
And I think Trump's children combined.
Are
Oh,
terrible.
worse.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Like Biden, at least his son just stays to himself. Like I ain't bothering nobody. I'm just
Yeah.
out here doing my drugs and to myself.
Yeah.
Leave me
They
alone.
only gave you a job because you're Biden's son.
So
That's how shit works. Like my dad's here. So
why do
give me
your
a
children
job.
have jobs? Like,
That's how the game works,
That is
baby.
kind of what everybody wants to do for their children. Is like set them up to be like, you're good.
No, they probably didn't set them up. It's like, nigga, they was like, yo, come to Ukraine. They gonna give you $100,000. Bet, say no more, say
I'm
less.
on my flight. Cool.
No, they only hired you because you're Biden's son. Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck. Like I didn't ask questions. I'm here. Like what's up? What y'all need from me?
Like, do you know how fucked up I am? I banged my brother's widow. I am messed up. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
okay, well that happened.
Well, it did happen. I didn't
I
bang his
know it
widow.
happened. I know you didn't.
I
bang
didn't beg
widow.
his widow.
Like, yo, you get mad at me for? So yeah, we need to send it. All that to say it's a chance.
Now, to play devil's advocate, I just want to ask a question. What do you think will happen if Trump wins?
More the same, and I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
He's gonna be emboldened because he'd be the first impeached president to win re-election, and so he's gonna become.
He really gonna lose his mind.
He's gonna completely continue to shit all over the Constitution, and it'll be the official mark of the end of the American civilization as we know it. Because we're gonna pull out of NATO, we're gonna pull out of a lot of other things because he thinks it's a bad deal. But the thing is, we set up NATO for influence and power and shit. Like, you know, it is what it is. China's going to become the number one power if they're not already number one power now, and the world's going to ignore America. They're no longer going to come to us for help or advice or for our input because we on some other shit. And when that 4 years is up, we can see if we can repair the shit, but, you know, it might be too late, but I'm in Canada, so this shit don't matter.
If he leaves.
If he leaves. So we go back to that scenario you said that we won't find out for
Like a week. I think
for a
it'll be
week
like
or so.
Yeah.
But some states actually already started counting their early votes. Florida already started counting.
It's Florida.
So if Biden wins Florida, it's probably a fucking wrap. I don't think he's gonna win Florida, but if he wins Florida, we might be like, oh, yo, this shit is a wrap for you, baby.
Oh shit! You in Florida? Okay.
I ain't go to sleep easy.
I might be able to sleep that night.
Yeah, like if Biden wins Florida, you don't really need Pennsylvania.
Not at all.
I just want him to win both so I can really sleep that
You
night.
trying for the sweep?
Yeah, I want the sweep. I want the full 4-game
But-
sweep.
but-
Like, don't even give him a chance.
And I think they showed their hands so bad that all the niggas was like, yeah, I guess I'm not mailing this shit in.
Right. So we're gonna go to the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the box and everything like that. Let me make sure I check cause America, I'm talking to y'all. My grandfather was a civil rights activist who fought for voting
out.
rights and
Granddaddy
everything
Brown.
like that. So it was Scott, but that's okay.
Shout out Granddaddy Scott.
They had to do things called citizenship tests and poll taxes and everything like that. They did so many things to suppress the black vote. And hopefully people are out there because they're still doing that because they're throwing out so many black people's votes because the signatures didn't match and everything like that. So we got to be extra diligent about crossing our I's, dotting our T's. See what I did there? Yeah, anyway. Fuck you guys. Yeah, but yeah, because they're going to throw our shit out in them states that like really matter, like Florida, Texas, because they're shitting bricks in Texas right now. Like, they tried so hard. It was like, yeah, how you gonna give the whole city of Houston one box to drop off your ballot? One box? The city of Houston is the third largest city in America. One box? That's like giving New York two.
That'd be wild. Nigga, what? I'd be like, nah, fam, this ain't gonna work. Like, we need to do something better because that would never work in New York.
Okay, 3 boxes.
You might need like 5 or 6.
Now, New York, you definitely need more than 5 because this upstate, downstate, upstate, the borough, like it's just gonna.
No, I'm just talking about New York City. They're like, New York City, all y'all got to turn y'all ballots into this one box.
You need at least 3 in Brooklyn. You need like 3 in Manhattan.
Oh, voter fraud. See, that's how they get you.
I do have a question. Just thought about this. With all these like adjustments they're making because of like coronavirus or whatever to allow more people to vote in more spaces, do you think they'll keep that going moving forward
No.
if Biden wins?
Some states will. Like Denver has been completely mail already.
Yeah.
Florida has a pretty strong mailing system. State of Washington does mailing. Because at the end of the day, only ones that's been about suppressing the votes have been like Republican-led states. And like I said from the beginning, if you got good ideas, then nigga, everybody can vote. I don't give a fuck. My ideas is better than yours. So they're going to vote. But both sides are corporate shills.
Touche.
Except for a few. That's why they be shitting on AOC so tough. Because she don't even want that corporate money. And so they be like, oh my God, she's anti-American. She wants to destroy everything. And I'm like, bitch, I want to make $22 an hour at McDonald's. Get out of here.
Go right to McDonald's. I can flip. Fries are ready. Here you go, sir.
Get this paternity leave.
Word.
Like shit. Some countries get 52 weeks for maternity leave. That means your wife can just be chilling.
Like, get her right.
That I was
Like
not aware of.
52 weeks paid.
Like, get her right. Be like, get you right. Get your mental back right. We could work on this.
And you get to bond with your child, and you don't have to pay an exorbitant amount of money for childcare. But America don't give a fuck about its citizens like that. And with the internet, we get hip. And I think that's why like the corporate shills are getting mad at people like AOC because we want the shit that we see our neighbors doing.
Like, so Denmark got $20 an hour from McDonald's. Can we get that here?
Right?
Can we bring that here? Like, I like that policy.
Like, wait up, how many weeks of maternity leave y'all get paid?
52. Oh,
Even 14. We get 0. It's only if your company allows. Like, our country doesn't even give that shit. It's only if your company.
Like, you get punished for having a kid. Like,
and they don't give you 100%. You get 100% of your salary. Imagine that shit. And paternity leave. Nigga, what you want to do with your kid for?
See, paternity
I
is-
want to bond with this little nigga. Like,
That's new. I just started hearing about that at our last job. Actually.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever heard of it. They were like, so-and-so's on paternity leave. I was like, what is this? Like,
Because shouldn't we both be trying to raise our child?
you need to know mommy and dad. Like, you need to know both of us. Like, hey.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be like, oh, mommy. And then he'd look at me and be like, who the fuck is this nigga? Get off me. Yeah. I'm like,
So that's my
I helped
greatest
raise
hope.
you too. So, like, come here. Love me.
That's my greatest hope that the Dems take over everything and then for 2 years just go ham and pass a bunch of shit. So it'd be more progressive because I don't think I'm a Democrat. I'm a progressive because I feel a lot of those shits are what's best for us. Maternity leave, paternity leave, a higher a living wage, that shit Andrew Yang was talking about, where everybody get the income.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, yeah.
Basic income on that.
Whoever got the good policy, I'm going to go for. Either side. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want the good
well,
policy.
that's how it should be.
Yeah, I want the good
think
policy.
that thinking, it shows that you're engaged and that you're paying attention
Like,
to what people
whoever
are
got
saying
the best
and not
policy
what
and what you're saying, how you're saying it, That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I don't care what side. That's the side I'm going for.
Healthcare is in there. Like it's
Very
like
important.
It's like it's funny to me because they be like, "Oh man, they're gonna take our choice of healthcare away. They're gonna take our choice of healthcare away." I'm like, "Bitch, you got a choice." Like I literally go wherever my job tells me I gotta
literally,
go.
like literally.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this.
But
Cool.
imagine if everybody was on the same system. I can go to any doctor I damn near
Without
please.
any worry about
Worries.
being in network or out of network.
It's like you just go and then have a very like simple pay system. Like you know how often I get I don't think hopefully it's not going to collections, but it's so many times that I get random bills that I didn't pay
Bruh.
for because my
Son.
ideal is if I go to the doctor and I pay you the money at the office, I don't think about that shit
Son,
no more.
I get those all the time, and you'd be like, $5. Tell them, what the fuck is this? I already paid this. So that should be blowing my
I thought I gave you the copay already.
Yes.
But like other countries don't do all that nickel and dime shit.
Yeah, I
you
got
just
one in my house
You
right
just
now.
show up. Like
I joined this. We're not getting endorsed by this, but Forward. I don't know if you heard of them. The health primary care, and that's an innovative idea. I like how they manage it, and it's like if you need to go to the doctor, you just pay a monthly fee, and you don't have to pay like a copay every time you go or something like that. I think that's innovative, But
it's like funny though, and we gonna end real soon. They be like, "Yo, we do the healthcare, man. They gonna take 10% of your money to pay for the healthcare." I'm like, "Bitch, my job take 20% now."
Yeah, word. I was like,
what the fuck you talking about?
Like 10.
Like, get rid of the insurance companies. I know that's going to cause a lot of people not to have jobs, but get rid of the bullshit ass insurance companies.
Or pivot. Do it in a different way. Use them in a different capacity so that they don't lose the jobs. Just find something. I think there are solutions, but people have to break away from this archaic idea of
You
what
actually have
America.
to sit down and think.
You
But there
have
are
to
like you actually have to get a group of people. Like, all right, we need to sit and think. What are
Yeah.
other possible ways we could use this?
Because if you're stuck in what has been or your idea of what is,
I get you, but I be hearing the bullshit ass argument. If you do this, then people in America are not going to be incentivized to do medical breakthroughs and stuff like that. And I'm like, first of all, most people who join medicine did it as a service to their fellow man. Like, I don't think I'm making X amount of money. I'm gonna be like, nah, man, fuck y'all niggas. I hope y'all die. I'm not gonna study tuberculosis no more. y'all
niggas gonna die. Fuck
y'all not giving me enough guap to do this
Like, I ain't
shit.
getting money. Oh, word. You don't got insurance? Well,
and
you're about to die.
Drop your
Whoop,
pants.
next.
Drop your pants and cough, nigga. That's all I'm doing. Like get out of here with that bullshit. I don't think that's how the game works. Like people are that greedy that they're not going to be a doctor if they're not making exorbitant amounts of money, and I think they still make comfortable livings and it's still a respectable job, But anyway,
that's a bigger conversation
So I have
about the healthcare system.
One more question.
What's your?
Oh, no, I just want to bring something up to you guys as we wind down. These will be my last two topics. Number one, so I guess I'm a name drop because it's funny. Steven Jackson said he is endorsing, he is wanting people to vote, but he said that he is publicly not voting because he believes both sides are like fake and fraud and not really going to do anything. So he's saying like he's not going to vote.
Then why are you saying anything to begin with? Why even put that in the atmosphere? And you're propelling this idea that that's even an option. Because unfortunately, if you're saying it, then that's just going to encourage someone else to do what you're doing. That's stupid.
I wanted to bring that to you guys' attention and see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're entitled to your opinion, how you feel, but some things just keep to yourself. Like,
I feel like
your body needs some water, but I ain't drinking that shit.
Yeah, I just feel like, and God forbid,
Fuck that one shit.
God forbid if you lose the privilege or the right to vote and you can't have any say on how this country's
Then
being
you're the
run,
first one crying
then you're
about-
going to be the
yeah.
first one crying. So I just need people really to think before, you make a decision like that, and then know that it's not just affecting you, but it's affecting everyone.
Yep.
So I don't like that. I think it's serious, especially if you have an audience. If you're a public figure making a statement like that, that's irresponsible.
Fun times. Well, guys, as y'all in your election lines and you're watching the polls, man, it's been a crazy year, man. It's November.
Word.
Who would have thunk it? Who would have
Need
thought
Thanos
it?
to come and snap this shit.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Because watch it affects black people more than white people on that shit too.
Thanos is a Republican.
Is he? He's
Yes.
a libertarian, isn't he?
I don't know.
Fuck that shit, bro. But yeah, man, it was good talking with you guys, man. I'm glad y'all are out here thriving.
Hope y'all voting.
Vote.
If y'all on the lines,
Don't
your
give
vote
up.
matters. You're there.
Man. And
You waited in line for sneakers and movies. You could wait in line to vote.
I actually don't wait in line for movies. I just want to put that out there.
Gotcha.
You're cool. I have.
Hopefully they call Florida tonight, so we got a general idea where we can sleep. Because this shit lasts for a week. That nigga gonna throw out all the votes. Him and Kavanaugh. They waiting on that shit. Like, ooh,
beer.
this is my time to shine, nigga. Ooh, your signature wrong, bitch. You're done.
Oh,
Oh,
can't read that. Let's throw that away.
This is why I went to law school.
I'm done.
Yeah, because they already
Shred that one. Yep.
Yeah, they was like, yeah, that shit don't get there on election day. Throw that shit away. I'm like, bro, nigga, I put that shit in a week ago. Y'all fucked up the post office.
Sorry.
About a week ago.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Brown.
Slim.
Cass in the building.
B. Anthony in this.
Oh,
Joking.
I like this be Anthony.
And
Joking.
we are
the Brodies.
Playing with y'all. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
That worked in a weird way.
gotcha.
Go vote. I'm done.
Well, you should be voting or voted already, but yeah.
Go vote, nigga. If you listen to this in the morning, go vote. Get your ass up.
P. Diddy said vote or die. What does that mean? If you don't vote, I will kill you.